Hello everyone, in keeping with the theme that's been running throughout this year so far, I have another complete movie collection video to bring you. As I was doing the other one and talking about the Schwarzenegger Conan movies, I was trying to think about other Schwarzenegger movies that I have finished, ones that are more than just one copy, ones I actually have a collection for, and one that is finished completely is the Terminator franchise. Mostly something that I consider to be two movies and a bunch of just kind of okay movies maybe after that most of them are not worth watching more than once. But I have completed my Terminator collection completely, every copy that I want for the films, and mostly just the first two. But yeah, starting off with VHS, we have the Terminator collection, the first two films, the good ones, on VHS. And I do like this set. It's a nice box set for VHS that I have on the most important format. We also have on Laserdisc the widescreen of the first Terminator. And I ended up with a random lot at some point, a second copy of that same Image Entertainment widescreen of the first Terminator. And then we have Terminator 2, Judgment Day, which this one, got a sleeve here because this is a gatefold. And Terminator 2, if you're a huge fan of the Terminator films, I really enjoy the first two, but they're not my absolute favorite Arnold movies. If you're into Terminator 2, there's so many different versions on Laserdisc and so many different box sets. I know some people that try and collect every version of that huge box set, all the different color variations and stuff. That's too much for me. I'd save that extreme for like a movie has to be in my top like 5 to 1, something like that. But yeah, so for Laserdisc, we had the first two on Laserdisc. On UMD, we also have the first Terminator. The second Terminator, Judgment Day, is available on UMD. Decided not to go for it just because I have so many other copies. Because Terminator 2 seems to be that Arnold movie that's just kind of included with so many different things. I've actually sold off a couple copies of Terminator 2 just because I ended up getting other copies from birthday or pickup videos, or they're just in collections of movies. So I've sold off other copies of Terminator 2 because I had more than I wanted. Speaking of that, we'll get into the DVD sets. We have in this MGM 90th Anniversary Collection, kind of an odd assortment of movies. They don't really belong together, but they're all movies I didn't have on DVD when I picked it up. We have Escape from New York and Roadhouse, along with the first Terminator. And thankfully, they're all on their own discs, which is nice, because sometimes in these collections they just shove them all into one or multi-sided DVD, and no good. That, and then a more recent pickup, this really cool special edition of Terminator. The first one by itself there. And then getting into Terminator 2, we have the Artisan Home Entertainment Extreme 2-disc DVD edition with the slipcover, and one that my brother got me with just a different variation of that same one with this metallic case. Kind of an odd slipcase design. It's weird, it doesn't go the whole way around. On the back, maybe it originally came with like another plastic case that came over it, I don't know, but yeah, he found this and got this for me a couple Christmases ago. And it's a different variation. There's the manual, a different variation of the Ultimate Edition 2-disc DVD. So it's this one is put on a flipper disc though, which is odd. So it even comes with a weird message about compatibility that some players might have issues with it, and it's just such an odd variation. So, but I wanted to keep it because it is kind of an odd copy, and the extra metal case here that it goes in. So another copy of Terminator 2, and as I said, in collections and things like that, I really love this collection series. I got the copy on DVD and Blu-ray of, it's a 6 Arnold film collection, and it's just a great way to grab a bunch of really good Arnold films cheap, and a good mix of some of his older stuff and a few of his newer things like Maggie and The Stand are both on here, but also includes Terminator 2, and then on Blu-ray includes Terminator 2, so more copies of Terminator 2. And the very last thing, I do have a singular 2-disc edition of Terminator 3. Not a really good movie, but as far as all these sequels afterwards. This is the only other one that I can rewatch it. It's not a good movie, but it's kind of a goofy good time. It's not, I wouldn't really watch it in a marathon, Terminator 1, 2, and 3. Usually if I watch them, I just watch 1 and 2. But yeah, I just wanted to grab a copy of 3, because it is one that I saw in theaters, one I'd seen multiple times, and like, alright, I want a copy of that for my collection, but that's kind of where I stopped. All the Terminator movies after that, I've seen them, and I dislike them to various degrees, but there's none that I would rewatch. It's really a 2-movie franchise, and then, kind of a goofy one that maybe occasionally I'll put in. I feel the same way mostly about Alien. I have, the Alien movies, but it's really, if I go back and rewatch it, it's almost always just the first 2. Definitely. But Terminator, yes, I'm completely done. I have every copy that I want. As I said, with Terminator 2, I just was given or stumbled upon copies over the years and sold a bunch of those off, because, like, I already have what I want. I don't need more Terminator 2. I like it, but dang, not that much. So that is my Terminator collection, and I really enjoy it. I think it's a cool collection. I like having the variation of the different formats, even getting UMD in there. So I am done with the Terminator movies. That is another movie collection complete. And the Arnold movies in general are kind of winding down, which is really cool. He's definitely one of the actors I have bigger collections for. Definitely, it's like Peter Sellers is definitely one of the biggest ones, if not the biggest, along with Jackie Chan. Arnold Schwarzenegger is another really big one. Judy Garland, just pretty much everything she's in. Anything that's William Powell Murray related is another big one. And a couple other ones are winding down as well. Audrey Hepburn is another really big one, and Marilyn Monroe. So all those are, I think, off the top of my head, I think those are all the actors that I have the most stuff for, those individual actors I have a lot of collections for. And Arnold is probably, it might be the first one done here coming up, all his movies. I do have a very special version of my absolute favorite Arnold movie coming the next couple of weeks, I believe. And yeah, I can't wait to do that video because I'm very excited. It is my absolute favorite Arnold movie, so you'll have to wait for that. And yeah, another action movie, another actor collection complete, and that's awesome.